everyone, I was asked if I can do a demo of the Tarte BB Primer as well as a comparison of the L'Oreal True Match Lumi and the regular L'Oreal True Match. So that's what I'm going to do for you in just a minute. You're going to see that I don't have anything on my face other than moisturizer. So what I'll do is I will show you half of my face with just the Tarte BB Primer so you can kind of see how much coverage it gives compared to the other side with nothing but moisturizer. And you'll see that I have a lot of like redness and acne scars on my face. So I'm trying to work on fading those, and you'll see like just how much the Tarte BB Primer just helps even everything out. So when you see my face, when I'm doing videos, my face is not flawless at all, and you will see that here in a little bit. Definitely not flawless. I wish I had like really great skin like I was younger, but as I've gotten older, my skin has really acted up. But I'm okay with that because there is products like the Tarte BB Primer and great foundations to cover it all up. So you're gonna see that, and then once I show you the difference between the Tarte BB Primer on one side versus nothing on the other side, then I will jump into the two foundations, and you'll see L'Oreal True Match on one side, and you'll see the Lumi on the other side, and you'll see how much coverage each one gives compared to the other. So enjoy the video. I hope you find this helpful. Bye. I'm going to try to talk through this. I may speed up certain parts, but I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that. So this is a sample of the Tarte BB Primer in light, and it's not really light as in fair, but that's what it looks like right there. Now for application with this, I really just prefer using my fingers. So I have used a brush before. This is really hard. Okay, so I can't really see. I'm trying to look in the viewfinder, but it's really hard because I'm nearsighted. So I really don't know how much I'm putting on. And hopefully you were able to see the blemishes that I have. So I do have blemishes and breakouts on my face and stuff that I'm trying to clear up. So, and I will put this on underneath my eye area. So here is my face split down the middle. This one has the Tarte BB Primer, and this one clearly does not. So you can see a lot of the redness is covered up, and it does give a really light coverage. You can see especially on the chin area the coverage that it gives. So that is with the Tarte BB Primer, and this is without. So it definitely doesn't give that full coverage as I've mentioned before in the review. I will link the review in case you didn't see it. You can get like my full thoughts on it. But it doesn't give full coverage. It does not claim to give full coverage. It's simply a primer that has good skincare benefits that gives a little bit of coverage. So that's definitely what it does. It just evens out my skin tone. It feels really good going on. It's very, very easy to blend. So I won't talk any more about that. I just wanted to show you the difference. But there again is the side without the Tarte BB Primer, and then this is it with it. So okay, now I'm going to probably speed this part up and put this on the rest of my face, and then when it's time for me to put my foundation, I will be back. Okay, so this is my full face with only the Tarte BB Primer. Again, if it was, you know, not everything is concealed, but if I was just running for a quick day or just going to the beach, I would totally use this. I am going to say that typically I like to use the Sigma F80 brush for applying foundation. It's just my favorite brush to use with foundation. I do not like to use my fingers. It makes me cringe. I hate having, I don't even like using the primer on my fingers. I just feel like it gives me the best application. But for the purpose of this video, because I wanted the brushes to be the same and I don't have two of the same brushes, and I wanted to give you a fair representation of what the foundation looks like, I am going to use my fingers today. So I will be doing that. I think later what I will do is just do a full foundation routine, just kind of how I do my foundation with my brush and how I set it, and just maybe a full face routine. But for today, the purpose of this video is just a quick demo and comparison on these two foundations. So I will go in with the L'Oreal True Match first. So I am just going to dot it, and I'm going to get my mirror again. This is really hard to do without me being in my normal setting, my bathroom setting. Okay, so I think this one is pretty much rubbed in as well as I can get it. So pretty good coverage. Okay, so this is what the L'Oreal True Match, the regular True Match, looks like on top of the BB primer, and then that is my skin without foundation and just the Tarte BB primer. So hopefully you can tell a difference about, you know, how the coverage goes. Now I'm going to, I'm going to go in with the True Match Lumi, and then I'm just going to do the same thing and put this on my left side of the face. Okay, so as you can tell, this side of the face with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi gives a little bit less coverage than the regular True Match. I'm hoping that you're able to pick that up. So because I have more coverage on one side, I'm going to even it out, and I'm going to put some more of the L'Oreal True Match Lumi on my face just to kind of even out my skin tone a little bit more, because this isn't enough coverage for what I prefer because of my blemishes. So I'm going to put a little bit more and then just rub it in. Okay, so there we are. This is about as much foundation as I'm going to put on with the Lumi. So this side has the Lumi, this side has the True Match. I feel like I have foundation on my lips. Okay, I think maybe that's all I want to say until I cut off and come back, because I just want you to be able to see a difference. So let me zoom in a little bit. Especially the cheek area is always my trouble zone area, because that's where I have a lot of redness and a lot of blemishes. So that's where I really want you to notice the difference. So this side is the one with the Lumi, which you can clearly still see a lot of my blemishes. A lot of my blemishes showing through right there. You can see some of the luminosity showing through, and then this is the side with the L'Oreal True Match. So definitely more coverage on this side than on this side. Okay, so I'm going to even out my skin tone. I'm going to put some powder on and do my blush and bronzer, my lipstick, all the rest of my face, and I will be right back. Okay, so I am back. I have already finished the rest of my face. I put blush, bronzer, concealer, all that other good stuff, lipstick. So if you want to know what's on the rest of my face, I will just mention everything down below in the description box. Let me talk really quick about these two foundations. The L'Oreal True Match, just kind of my overall thoughts on the kind of the difference between the two. So the L'Oreal True Match, I feel like gives more of a medium to fuller coverage, more on the fuller side, right away with a single application, as opposed to the Dream Lumi. I do feel like I need to build this up a little bit more for more coverage. Again, especially for someone like me who has redness and acne scars, discoloration on my face. So that's just what I find between these two. Now, I do, of course, obviously prefer that this one has a pump and this one does not, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's just more of a matter of convenience. Now, there is a little bit of a price difference between the two. I wasn't able to find anything like on the actual L'Oreal website, but I did go onto drugstore.com, and on there they are selling the Lumi for $12.95 and the L'Oreal True Match for $11.49, which I think is quite ridiculous for drugstore foundations. Now, I do have a trip to Walgreens here in a little bit, so I'm gonna go and just check out the prices there, and then I will annotate it here and or mention it down below, just so you can kind of get a feel for what the difference is. Now, on drugstore.com, the Dream Lumi had 15 shades available and the L'Oreal True Match had 10 shades available. The SPF difference between the two is very little. This one has SPF 17, this one has SPF 20. I talked about the coverage between the two, but as far as like the finish of both, I don't find that this gives me like the most luminous finish. I don't know if it's the primer I'm using, and it very well could be that, but I don't feel like I have that dewy luminosity look with this. It's not matte either. It's just like a little luminous. When you kind of tilt your head, you can see like a little bit of the luminosity, but It's definitely not like a dewy foundation, or again, at least not with my primer. Now with the True Match, it's definitely not dewy, but I wouldn't say it's a matte either. It's a little bit of a satin with a little bit of matte. It's not completely matte to where you look like you have powder or anything like that. So between the two, I have to say that for me personally, I prefer the True Match. I love the coverage of it. I find that I don't need as much as I do with the Lumi. I like the finish of it. I can wear this alone and it is perfect. It's not super matte. It's not super dewy. It's just a really nice, perfect, happy medium. I don't like the applicator, of course. I don't like that, you know, the way you have to use this, but again, it's not the biggest deal in the world. And I do find that I have an easier time finding a shade that matches me with the True Match as opposed to the Lumi. I don't know why. I know that there's a wide range of shades between the both, but it just seems that I cannot get it right with the Lumi. So this is the second one that I've purchased, and I think I'm gonna return this one because it's not enough coverage for me, as you saw earlier, and the shading, the color is off. This one's an N3 and this one's a W5, so maybe I just need to stick with a warm toned, but again, the coverage isn't there for me, so I will just stick to the L'Oreal True Match. I think this is a great foundation. I mean, I would say this one's probably a really good foundation. It's just not for me personally. So anyway, I hope that helped you, and I hope that seeing the demo of the Tarte BB Primer, you were able to get a feel for what kind of coverage it offers, as well as these two foundations as well, and kind of what they have to offer in comparison to one another as far as finish goes and coverage. If there's anything else that I left out, again, that will be down below in the description box, as well as what I'm wearing on my face. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.